You got to count on yourself. You got to bet on yourself, and you have to count on yourself. Many times in life, we are presented with situations or issues, and our first resort is to go looking for an answer to solve our issue elsewhere than other than looking inside and just trying to self-analyze what's going on. And I didn't realize until recently that if I would just take the time out and get uncomfortable and self-analyze, then I would have gotten my answer all along. And it's fine to have people near you. You're supposed to have people that are going to be in your corner, people that support you, people that love you and just want the best for you. Surrounding yourself with the right people is very, very important. But sometimes you have to just take the advice from yourself, even when you don't know where to begin and you don't know where to start. I realized the importance of this. And ever since then, I have, my mind's kind of been blown. It's not even the fact that I would try and pin my issues on anybody else or pin my situations on anybody else. I would never do that. It was just more so I would take more of their consideration than I would even try and take feedback from myself. How did this make me feel? How did what they say make me feel? How did me doing this make me feel? What was my reaction to that? And I would kind of just disregard that and kind of just hold it in, instead of just really analyzing it and then trying to pick apart maybe an answer from that. You know what I mean? And like I said, surrounding yourself with people that love you and that support you no matter what is very important. Like I said in my last video, you are the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So you being able to kind of depict and figure out who you're surrounding yourself with and know that they're actually good for you, then good. You're supposed to take advice, life advice, whatever it is. You're kind of, you can do whatever you want. But there comes a certain point in time where you have to do things for you. And I'm going to keep saying it. You can take advice from people. But when it comes to personal situations where you aren't able to get your answer from people that are around you, or you're not able to really get what you necessarily want, you have to realize that there's something inside of you that you have to kind of discover first before you try and go elsewhere. Being a self-critic is something that's extremely important, even though it may be uncomfortable sometimes. It is very uncomfortable, especially for the first time you critiquing yourself, because you can almost misconstrue it as kind of beating yourself up. And I don't want you to do that, because I did it like that, and that's not how you correctly do it. You have to just genuinely put everything aside and recognize and be accountable for your feelings and how you feel. And you can feel any type of way about any type of situation. You're entitled to feel that. That's in our human nature. Congrats, you're being human. You know what I mean? Even if the feeling isn't so great, or it's not your favorite feeling, you're entitled to feel those feelings. But being able to self-analyze that is going to help you so much more than you could ever understand. It's crazy because you can have mentors, you can have people that you look up to, but everybody's journey into being a self-critic, everybody's journey to finding that thing that they needed to get to the next step, to continue their journey, is going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the day, it really boils down to they had to count on themselves and they had to bet on themselves, because they knew that although they might have been supported or surrounded by amazing people, that it didn't matter if they believed in them. It really and only mattered if you believe in self. Because you can, like I said, you can have all the supportive people around you, all the people that love you to support you and push you, go, you got this. But if deep down inside you have some type of feeling, even if it's a small feeling, that you have a little bit of self-doubt, you're going to end up tripping yourself up and getting in your way every time. And it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. It's way easier to do than just correcting it. It is. I've done it for years. I'd have people around me that were literally in my corner more than I was even in my own corner. and they were pushing because they wanted the best for me. Like it was in sports, it was in school, it was just in life in general. Like, it happens, you know what I mean? Nobody's certain situation is going to be the same as everybody else's, you know what I mean? But it really boiled down to the fact that in that moment, I didn't know if I really wanted it. And that was the holdup. Almost immediately, as soon as I kind of took charge of the situation and really said, okay, I have to hold myself accountable. It didn't make me, like, I wasn't comfortable in that position. Like, I wasn't, because I'd never done it before. You know what I mean? Like, you have to realize that, you know what I'm saying? Steph Curry wasn't always Steph Curry, like, splashing threes all the time. Like, no big business owner was always able to sell a hit product every single time. Everybody had to start from somewhere. And that start is usually the most uncomfortable part, because that's when all the error sets in. When the error sets in, that's when you set into your mind and you're like, okay, is this even for me? You start second guessing yourself. But you only have to get it right 1 or 2 times. Out of those 1,000 errors, that 1 or 2 times is what's literally gonna have you in that space to where you can progress and go even beyond where you wanna be. It's crazy. So you have to bet on yourself. You have to bet on yourself. And you have to realize that you're in control of your destiny. And it's awesome, man. I'm gonna keep saying it. Have the people that support you, your mom, your dad, your friends, your family, whoever it is. Have them support you and welcome their support. Don't close off their support or anything like that. And like, take the advice. But when it's something that it almost feels like a holdup, you feel like everything else is going right, but it's just a little bit of something that just isn't quite right, isn't quite there. You have to dig deep and find that thing that is holding you up on the inside, whether that be self-doubt, whether that be you're anxious, you're nervous, whatever it is, man. Like, you got to find that thing, because that could be the thing that is very much so holding you up and holding you out from conquering all the things as fast as you imagine doing them. Because a lot of people, they set out these goals, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they just wait around for the goal to come, just fall into their lap. Life does not work like that. You know what I mean? Like, life usually does not work like that. I love being optimistic, I love being hopeful, but at the same time, we have to be very, very real. The harsh reality of things is that life does not come that easy. Most things that are worth working hard for in life are gonna be hard to work for. Plain and simple. Nothing worth a great amount of good is going to come overnight. It's going to be super easy with no challenges. It's going to be an entire journey with no obstacles or no hurdles. Because you're just asking, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? You have to take the good with the bad, but you can't allow the bad to outweigh the good. You have to stand up, take charge, and count on yourself. And it's hard to do, man, because you have people around you that, I mean, this is a message for everybody. Everybody needs to know that you need to count on yourself. You have to. If you want to get to where you want to go, and you want to be successful, and you want to do all these things, you want to conquer all these feats, you have to count on yourself. You have to bet on yourself. You have to do it. You have to find that thing that's holding you up and say, okay, I appreciate you for holding me up. I thank you for trying to protect me. The fear, the idea of fear. You have to thank the fear and say, thank you, fear, for trying to protect me. But I'm good. I'm going to do this by myself. As soon as you do that, you look yourself in the mirror and you commit to the process, even though you know it's going to be ugly. That is when you change the game for yourself. You completely change the game for yourself. 110%. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Why wouldn't you change the game for yourself? Like, you literally did everything. You took all the steps you needed to take, and you analyzed what was holding self up. So when you figure that out, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, you still have to work, but that's one step closer to you going to that goal. You having fun along the journey, you continuing the journey. Because like I was saying, I kind of cut myself off. There's people all around you that are doing this. And sometimes we just follow after what people do. And this specific thing, if you really want what you want and you want to be successful, you want to conquer these feats, you can't do what other people do. A lot of people doubt themselves. A lot of people do not count on themselves. A lot of people wait on the specific thing, the specific journey or the goal to just be handed to them. And that is not how life works. It's not how it works. So you have to take charge, and you have to literally grab your goal and your journey up by its shirt like this and say, I'm coming. I'm like, it's gonna happen. But you have to self-analyze first. You have to self-analyze. You have to find what is holding you up. And bro, when you do that, there's no telling what you can do. There's literally no telling what you can do. Like, there is no cap on your potential. You can go to the moon, beyond the moon, through the stratosphere, and be up there with the stars. It does not matter. Because holding yourself accountable, counting on yourself, betting on yourself, not only does it open up a door for you, but because you do it, those people that are around you that may be struggling with the same thing or maybe struggling with different things, they see that you are able to do something different. So that motivates them. Not only will you change your life, but you'll change the lives of the people around you. So that's what it is. It helped me a lot. Like I said in my last video, have it from experience, and it is still helping me, and I know that it'll help you too. So I'm gonna leave that with y'all. Y'all have a good one, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.